Hi ladies, so it has been forever since I last updated. The last vlog I did was when Kayla was 7 weeks old, and she is now 3 months and 3 days old. So yeah, it's been quite a long time, almost 2 months since I last updated. So this is probably going to be a really long update. I've written everything down and sectioned it into like Kayla info, Kaiden, me, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so you can just skip ahead if there's something you're not interested in and go to the next topic, I suppose. Kaiden, what are you doing? What are you doing? Say hello. Train.
Is
that Thomas?
Choo choo. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. So as for Kayla, she had her first actual shower on September 4th. She absolutely loves showers. She loves baths. She loves being in the water. And now that she's getting a bit older, she actually kicks in the water. So that's really cute with her big fat chubby thighs. Her weight at around 7 weeks was 4.5 kilos. That was at our last midwife appointment, last checkup. But I'd say she'd be well over 5 kilos now. I haven't weighed her lately. I wouldn't mind taking her to a chemist or somewhere that's got scales so that I can weigh her to see how much she is, because when she had her 2-month shots, she also had her 6 to 8 week checkup. And their scales were way out because they said that she was... What are you doing? You're too short. Anyway, they said that she was, the scale said that she was 3.5 kilos, which is completely inaccurate, because that would mean that she was about, I think she was 9 weeks old when we got her shots and checkup done. So that would mean in 9 weeks she'd only put on 350 grams, I think it is. Yeah. And that's just ridiculous when, a couple of weeks earlier she was 4.5 kilos. So there's no way that she could have lost a kilo. And you can just tell from looking at her, she's not that small. She's chubby, she's getting heavier, her cheeks are massive, she's got a double chin. She's got no neck because she's all just double chins. Her thighs are really big and chubby, and you can see that she's putting on weight because she gains more and more rolls on her thighs, and her upper arms are all fat and chubby, and she's got a big pot belly. So yeah, their scales were way off. Yeah, and also she's moved up to a size 30. She was in 40s. That was on September 7th that I put her in 30s, but she would have been able to go into them sooner than that, maybe about a week or so before that. But yeah, size 30, and I actually have a lot more sort of selection for her in the 30s, so it's fun dressing her up and putting her in little outfits with matching hair bows and stuff now, whereas when she was, first born and she's still so small, I didn't really worry about all that sort of stuff. But yeah, now I get to dress her up a lot, and yeah, it's fun. Stop, please. She was having still some minor feeding issues earlier on. Not so much now. Now she's doing really, really great, so that's not an issue anymore. From about mid-September, her feeding routine was she was feeding every 3 hours, 150 mils each bottle, and as I was burping her, she'd have a little bit of a nap, just up on my shoulder as I was burping her, and then after she got her wind up, I'd lay her down, or just hold her in front of me, and we'd have a really good chat for about half an hour, and then she'd usually get a bit grizzly and a bit restless because she was tired. So then she'd sleep for 1 or 2 hours before her next feed. But now she's eating during the day every 3 hours, and she's staying awake a lot longer. She'll stay awake for about an hour or two before her next feed. No, about an hour or two before she has a sleep, and then she'll have another feed. As for her 2-month immunisations, she actually took it really, really well. They her dad held her on his lap, and then 2 nurses came and they each did a needle each, one in each thigh, and she just like sort of sat there for a second, and then she just went dead silent and drew in the biggest breath, and then just let out a massive scream. But yeah, she only cried like a couple of times, and then she was over it. Kaiden got his done at the same time, but I'll talk about him when I finish talking about Kayla. She's gaining really great control over her hands. She brings them to her mouth all the time, and she just sucks and chews on them like furiously. Like she's still hungry, but she's not. She'll have a full bottle, and then she'll just stick them in her mouth and go to town on them. So I'm thinking maybe she's teething, just because she's drooling a bit, and just how crazy she goes on her dummy and on her hands, like. Yeah, it's like she just goes mad on them, like she can't get them in her mouth quick enough. Her attention span is getting a lot longer. Yeah, she loves to have a little chat, and she loves to have a really good chat, and yeah. It's distracting me. What was I saying? Oh, she loves having a really good chat, and yes, she just smiles so much. She's not laughing yet, but well, you can't really call it laughing. But when she smiles, she'll let out like a bit of a gurgle or a coo. So it's like she's, almost about to laugh, but just not yet. Yep. Stop, please. She loves it when Kaiden talks to her and plays with her. She gives him so many smiles, and she'll watch him, around the room playing and stuff. And yeah, he's really, really great with her. She's been doing quite a few nappy explosions lately. Stop, please. So I don't know whether maybe I'm eating something at the moment that she doesn't quite like, but yeah, she doesn't like fuss when she's having the bottle, and like she's not having any nappy rash or anything. She'll just suddenly poo everywhere. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It will literally go everywhere. It'll go up her back. It'll go so far up her front that it's on her stomach, and it'll leak out the side, like where her thighs are, and just, oh my god, it just goes everywhere. As for her skin, it was really dry and red and like looked quite raw. But after using the cream that I brought, it went away, and her skin was like really good for a little while there. But then the dryness came back. It wasn't red, it was just really dry, flaky skin. It didn't seem to worry her at all. Like, she wasn't trying to scratch it or anything. So I just used the cream a few more times, and that cleared it up again. And now she's just got just a real tiny bit of dryness. She gets it like sort of here on her ears, and she's got a little bit in the middle of her forehead, and that's really all. And she's got cradle cap, but it's not like all flaking off in her hair. You can just see that her scalp is quite dry. Her eyes are still really dark, so you really can't tell what colour they are. But the other day I was obviously looked at it, and they actually looked quite light, like maybe they're a really dark green and not so much brown anymore. So yeah, I don't know, who knows, it's still changing. As far as her sleeping is still fantastic. We will go to bed at it can be anywhere from 12 AM till 2 AM, because I'm actually quite a night owl anyway, so I've always, gone to bed late. But yeah, her last speed will be from anywhere between like 11 till 1, so like 11 PM to 1 AM. And yeah, then we'll go to bed after that. And yeah, she sleeps straight through the night. She's still sleeping in bed with me, But I'm actually gonna start putting her in her cot for naps during the day as soon as I get the cot set up. I've actually just moved house, as you can tell from a different background. So yeah, her cot isn't set up in her room yet, but once I do get it set up, I will put her in there for her naps during the day, just to get her ready for sleeping in the cot on her own at night eventually. I don't know when I'm going to start putting her in there overnight, because I don't know, I'm fine having her in my bed at night at the moment, so yeah. She can follow objects and people with her eyes, so like if something moves across her vision, she'll follow it. She seems to always be able to find me. She will just sit and stare at me just for ages until she falls asleep. So that's really sweet. She obviously knows who her mummy is. She can always find me no matter who's holding her. Kaiden was the same actually. He always used to just stare at me and just be so content, like watching me. Like when I'm feeding Kayla, because I'll pump and feed her at the same time. Otherwise, it just takes too much time to feed her and then pump. Like if I pump while I'm feeding her, then it's, I'm still with her one-on-one, so it's still kind of her time with me sort of thing. But yeah, she'll just lay there looking up at me the whole time I'm feeding her bottles, so yeah, it's really sweet. I'm not sure if I mentioned she's up to 160 ml each bottle, and she has about 4 or 5 bottles a day, and she's still only on breast milk, of course, no solids, and not yet. I'm thinking I might start solids at about 6 months, I reckon, because 4 months is only a few weeks away, and I think I'd rather keep her on breast milk until about 6 months. Yeah, still no formula. Oh, I'll get onto the whole breast milk thing after this. As for her hair, it's getting a lot longer, but it's also thinning. So on top she's got quite a lot and it's quite long, but on the sides and the back it's really thinning out, and I guess from her like rubbing her head and stuff, it's I don't know, I guess it breaks the hair, so it's like shorter. But then right at like the base of her head, it's really long, so she's got like a full-on rat's tail going. She's not like bald, like she doesn't have a bald spot per se, but yeah, you can definitely tell that she's lost a lot of hair compared to when she was born. Yeah, I guess that's about it for Kayla. As for Kaiden, he had his 4-year check, or the check that they do before they go to school, and his 4-year shots. He had them at the same time. Kayla had hers. Well, not at the same time, but he had his, and then she had hers. My gosh, he cried like nothing else when he got his shots. And for the next couple of days, he ran around acting like both of his arms were broken and you couldn't touch him, and had to leave the band-aids on. You couldn't even look at him without him, saying ouch, and like just walking around all stiff, and he's so funny. But yeah, he got over that after a couple of days. Neither of them had any, issues after their shots, and they never have. Oh, they were Kayla's first shots, but she didn't have any issues. No temperature or no fussiness or anything like that. He absolutely loves Kayla now. It took him about 3 weeks to warm up to her, but now he just loves her so much. As soon as he comes home from his dad, the first thing he does is comes in looking for Kayla and calls out to her. Last night he sang her Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, trying to help her go to sleep or stay asleep. He's always asking, Kayla, you okay? And he'll pat her on the head, and he'll give her dummy if she's crying. He actually gets really upset if he tries to give her dummy and she won't take it. Like, he gets upset that she's crying. So yeah, he's very loving towards her, very caring. He's really sweet. He's not aggressive or jealous or anything towards her. He'll actually give her his favourite toys. So yeah, he's perfect really with her. They get along really well. I just hope it lasts. you know, until they're older. Kayla's just woken up from her nap for a feed, so I thought I'd show her real quick, and I'll just stick this in the video once I've edited it. As you can see, she's much more alert, and she's a big girl now. And her hair is really long. Look how long that is. But we just put it to the side, don't we? And you can see on the sides it's shorter and thinning out a bit. And we'll sit up here. So you can see her head a lot more. But the actual bottom of her hair, I don't know if you can see that, but it is super long. Maybe if you come here. Hey, Baba. See, real quick. You can see how long that is. Real long. Hey. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. No, she wants a feed. Alrighty. I'll insert pictures and stuff anyway. Bye, guys.
Hiya.
Oh, what is she doing? Say hello, Kayla.
Oh, Kaya. What are you doing, Dad?
What are you doing?
Kaya? Oh.
Is she pretty?
Yeah. What's that?
Say pretty, Kayla.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh dear, can you give her a kiss?
Don't.
Oh, is she falling down, is she?
I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it. Oh. Oh, is she your sister? Yeah. You're done. Say, see you later.
Shooter.
Good boy.
Just on a little bit Superior Street. Alright. I think they're really nice, but I think we're right. A lot of cheese. I'll grate some cheese on top of it. No amount of leaves and drizzled sauce can disguise the disappointment of Jimmy's cheese starter. The starter was a little bit more pastry based, and I like put it in the oven for about 12 minutes too long. But now it's literally where the
It's Kayla.
Hiya.
What's she doing? Oh, say hello, Kayla.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh, she's getting angry. Is Kayla getting angry? Say, it's okay, Kayla.